our intern out of the fine institution of Washington State University, has been our man on the street for the last couple of months. And as per request by our listeners, they want to hear more about Storm. So we decided an interesting element might be, I've not heard this yet, would be to put our man on the street, Clayton Bush, out. Do we have some music underneath it? Or do we have this? Oh, it's the same music. Ladies and gentlemen, man on the street, Clayton Bush this weekend at a car show in Kirkland, talking to people about Storm basketball. Hit it.
Well, hey, guys down there in the studio. How's it doing? It's Clayton, the old man on the street. And I was given the topic of the WNBA as my assignment for this weekend, and I was trying to think, where could I go to find people who would know about WNBA basketball? And I thought to myself, well, there really isn't a whole lot of places to go. I just need to try and find a bunch of people all together. And I was lucky and found out about a Kirkland car show. I guess it's been going on for 3 days now. They've got some streets closed here in Kirkland. There's a ton of classic cars that people brought for other patrons to look at. And there's even a wine tasting segment where you can pay $25 to drink wine like crazy, or $15 just to walk around to all the different wine tents, which I don't know why you want to do that. What a waste. But it's actually quite incredible, and to tell you the truth, a little bit overwhelming. Hopefully there won't be a shooting here like there was at Hoop Fest. I feel a little bit safer here. It looks all good over here, and I'm thinking I'm going to be able to find some people who might know something about the WNBA. I'm with Rodney from Seattle, and Rodney knows of the Storm a little bit. What would you say your knowledge is on the Storm?
They play at the Key Arena.
If you were to give me 3 reasons why you either watch or don't watch the WNBA, what are those reasons?
Gosh, well, I don't watch the WNBA. Hate to say it, but not a huge fan of women's basketball.
Is there a reason why you think men's basketball is better than women's basketball?
It's much more exciting, quicker, faster.
Can you name me 4 WNBA players, just at all?
4? No. Dinah Taurasi.
Hey.
I know we got a baller on our squad, but her name is escaping me right now.
I'm with Zane from Seattle, and Zane also has heard of the WNBA and is aware of the Storm's existence. So I have to ask you a pretty serious question here. Which fan base do you think would win in a fight, the Sounders or the Storm?
Oh, I think the Storm fans would definitely win. I think they're a little bit better established and
Probably a little bit more intimidating.
a little bit more, yeah, I'd say.
Would you ever sit through a Storm game for an entire regular season to bring the Sonics back?
I know that those gals have been working real hard and doing a great job at staying up with their athletic abilities and keeping as a team, and they're going to have a great time, and I just love them to death.
Well, you have a pretty good athletic-looking build. Do you think you have a better vert than Sue Bird?
I'm not sure who that is, bud.
All right, my last question for you. Who are your 6 favorite NBA
them?
basketball players?
Dominique Wilkins, Dale Ellis, Shaquille O'Neal. I like it when he's talked about Kobe, so we'll throw Kobe in there, and then maybe Detlef Shrimp. Me and him used to have drinks at the bar.
Nice. The German. I work for 950 KJR, and we're debating about doing more coverage of the Storm because they're 17-2 so far this season. Do you think that should be on a sports format show? Do you think that's important?
I think a little bit. A small percentage of it should matter.
What if they were 500?
500 water.
Their record was 500.
Yeah. I think regardless they should have a little exposure. They're 17-2.
I agree, I guess. Would you rather save the Storm franchise or not have a toll on the upcoming bridge? No toll on the bridge for you then, all right. I'm here with Ash.
That's a great question.
University of Washington. I was wondering, have you ever gone to a Storm game?
Yeah, I got suckered into going to one with my girlfriend.
What'd you feel about the game? How are your feelings? Do you remember the room temperature, the atmosphere? How crazy did it get?
I don't remember the atmosphere, but I wore all my Sonics gear there just to show that I was a Sonics fan, not a Storm fan, if that means anything. But we had good seats, but that didn't really matter. The atmosphere was just flat. There's not much to get excited about. I mean, I think I might have seen a reverse layup. That was like the craziest the crowd went the entire game, but other than that, I didn't see much.
So you've had the experience of going to one game.
Up
So
and
let's
under.
say that you had to go to a solid 5 years of WNBA basketball home games to save the Sonics, to SOS Save Our Sonics. Would you have done it?
If I had to go for 5 years to save our Sonics, I'd say yes, under the condition that I drank multiple to many beers before each game and
Multiple
drank
to
during
many.
the game to make it tolerable. Yes.
Here with Willie of the Seattle U Athletic Department. He's interning there this summer, I guess. So, Willie, I have to ask you a few WNBA questions. Are you okay with that?
Seattle U's going to love this.
Who are your top 3 favorite WNBA players?
Sue Bird, Lauren Jackson, the one hot girl on the Sonics from Australia. Not Lauren Jackson, another one. She's like 20.
All right.
Well,
And
she is hot,
do
though.
you
They
know?
got her.
Do you
She's
know
good
5 950 employees?
Clayton Bush, Mitch, Softy, the guy who works with Mitch, and I think the traffic girl sounds pretty hot.
Nina, yeah. She lets me into the building most of the time. She's a nice lady. Well, this is Clayton, and my day of interviewing people about the WNBA is over. And what I can take from all of this is that I think that text messaging thing we did was a little off. I think a lot of people do want to talk about WNBA basketball, but almost none of them are actually educated on basketball. And I've come to the conclusion that I think the WNBA is much like if the NBA were full of Tim Duncans. It would be fundamental, sound basketball with good shooting percentages, good boxing out, and high-quality basketball, but it would be the Sultan of Bore. People would fall asleep. So I'm really not into it. I don't think our station should focus on it.
So random.
I do think it is an entertaining sport, but it's just not for our listeners. I can pretend I know as much as I want about WNBA.
Okay, how long does he go on the final
game and
thought here?
experience it, I really don't think I can formulate an opinion. So I will be needing free tickets to the next Storm game from you guys at the station.
Well,
Hey, it's another fine night.
the views expressed in the preceding segment are not necessarily those of the Mitch of the Morning Show, nor 950 KJR management here at Clear Channel Seattle. Clayton, you got an email that people can send to you and chime in? If you'd like to, we'll pass along the remarks. If you want to text us at 49451 of what you thought of that last Man on the Street edition. Also at Steve Sandmeyer at clearchannel.com. If you'd like to email or text, again, the text number 49451, email at stevesandmeyer@clearchannel.com, your reaction or reactions to the last segment, the Man on the Street, Clayton Bush. Clayton, thank you for doing that, man.
And how about some
Taking time from your weekend to do that. We appreciate it.
suggestions, too? How about some
Maybe, yeah, and maybe some suggestions of where to send him next.
Right.
And what topic to discuss next.
I'm thinking, you know what I'm thinking? He needs a driver, though. Rainier's, a Thirsty Thursday. $2 beers.
Yep.
That's what he needs to do.
Run with rhubarb.
Just something, just sit in the booth with Curto for an inning. Interview him during
Oh,
the
yeah,
game.
I'm sure Curto would love that.
It'd be a highlight of his broadcasting day. But I think that would be that's just one idea that came to mind. Seafair, definitely he's doing Seafair.
Well, that's
a given.
That's an automatic.
What else we got coming up?
See, I kind of like him at the I think we should send him to the Red Sox series
Oh yeah.
this weekend.
He's got to do and either or send Bunker as well. The
Bunker,
follow up.
Bunker's Man on the Street with the
Yeah.
Red Sox Nation was hilarious.
Priceless.
Half of the fans he'd polled didn't know the manager of the Red Sox.
It's
One
embarrassing.
bonehead was talking about Carlton Fisk being the catcher in the '86 World Series. He didn't even play for them then. Everyone loved Rich Gedman. 747 49451. You want to text us? Steve Sandmeyer, clearchannel.com. You want to email us? Clayton Bush's latest Man on the Street. I get a feeling we're going to get some backlash here. 747.
I thought it was good.
Yeah, well, you know what?
He didn't cross the line.
He put part of his time aside on the weekend, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And he towed the line, I mean, there's a lot of ways that could go wrong.
Yeah.
And
I'll be honest, I had a little chat with him before the weekend.
Yeah, so did I.
I just said, listen, I said, I like the idea,
Okay.
but let's just make sure we don't completely go overboard with it. And you know what? Did a great job. I don't know how much Bunker had to edit, but
I think there are people out there
Very
that are a little bit upset that you had that chat with him.
do you think
I
it was
think
the
there
right
are-
decision to make?
Yeah, for our sake as a
Yes.
station, yeah. For the entertainment value,
Probably.
maybe not.
I
But
understand.
yeah, I get it. I know, you're the highfalutin sports director of this mighty juggernaut.
Yes.
So yeah, I get it.